guys, it's your girl Ina here. Hey, so I was trying to figure out what to make for dinner, and it's a special situation here in Switzerland. So the 24th and 25th, everything is basically closed, even like the small, like little mom and pop shops. Sunday, everything's closed. So today is Monday, and I wanted to make something nice for dinner. And we don't have any food in the house. I mean, we have food, but it's like, you know, we did like all this food shopping for Christmas Eve and Christmas dinner, and then we basically ate leftovers and everything the whole weekend. And now it's Monday, and I wanted to make something nice for my wife for dinner, and we don't have any food in the house. So, like all my videos, I'm just going to figure out what I can make with what I have. And so I hope that everyone enjoys this. This, again, could be a mess. We're going to see what happens. But what we did have in the freezer was Pangasius. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Pangasius, P-A-N-G-A-S-I-U-S, fish sticks. And my wife is really picky about, like, she doesn't like frozen seafood and stuff that's been frozen, but she will eat that. She'll eat the hell out of a box of fish sticks. She'll eat a whole box of fish sticks. So we have these fish sticks in the freezer. So I thought I could pimp them out and make delicious fish cakes, like crab cakes, but with fish, out of these fish sticks. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to just make them like I would normally make crab cakes and see if it works out. But maybe it won't. You know how things go. Anyway, so what I did is I took the fish sticks, and these are natura plants, so organic and all that good stuff, fish sticks. I just Googled what kind of fish this is, and it said it's a freshwater catfish. So, catfish? I don't know. It doesn't seem like that's correct, but anyway, that's what Google said. If it says that on Google, it must be true. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, now I put these in the thaw out mode in the microwave, so that I cut through them because they were frozen, because they were in the freezer. So just cut up these fish, breading and all, and these are not pre-cooked, so the fish is raw fish in there. And so I just cut them into little pieces like this. Then I'm going to throw them all into the bowl. Now I used the whole pack. I just pre-cut some of these so that you don't get bored watching me do that. So I've got all that fish in here. Then what I'm going to do, in my little food processor, I don't know if I've talked about this little food processor I have. It's the cutest damn thing. It's orange. It's over there. I got everything set up because I can't walk that well still. So anyway, in my little food processor, I processed two of those little soup onions I used last time, the little tiny onions, kind of sweet onions. I whizzed up a couple of those, two small ones, and 2 cloves of garlic. So we're going to throw that in there. Grind that up pretty fine. If you're using a food processor, you can also just grate them if you have a box grater. Incidentally, last time I used a box grater, halfway into the video, I called it a box cutter. So anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. I meant box grater. And then here I looked to see what we had in the fridge, and we had one of those bags of salad that you buy, the pre-bought salad, and it's got little colorful things in it, and it's already washed and everything. And I had some red cabbage in there, so I pulled some of the red cabbage out of the salad bag. We had a carrot that was looking kind of rough. I don't think it was going to make it another day. So I peeled the carrot, threw that in there, and then some big capers, big fat capers. I chopped up a couple capers and threw that in there. So we're going to throw all that in there. Just to add some color and some flavor. Now, I said I'm going to make these just like I make crab cakes, except if I was making crab cakes, I don't know if I would put this stuff in there, but I'm just trying to be creative, so let's see how this comes out. Okay, so that's in there. Also, I ground up in my same food processor, old piece of bread to have some breadcrumbs, so we're going to wait on that. When I make crab cakes, I use a bit of mayonnaise, and isn't that cute here? Mayonnaise comes in these little tubes. And this is kind of a popular brand here, Tommy. People who visit here or who have lived here, like every time you send them a care package, a lot of friends of mine, they're like, can you bring me some Tommy mayonnaise? So we'll throw some mayonnaise in there. Okay. Then, watch out, Rachel Ray, here I come with her 30-minute meals. Watch out. I actually met Rachel Ray one time. Bettina was playing at a music festival, South by Southwest Festival in Austin, Texas. And I was at a party and I ran into Rachel Ray, and I was trying to talk to her She's about 5 foot nothing. Like she's literally like this tall. I don't even know if she's 5 foot. And I'm legitimately 6 feet tall. So I started to talk to her and kind of introduce myself and tell her a little bit about Bettina, who was playing at this festival. And she like leaned in like this because she couldn't hear me. And I thought like all celebrities, like they all kiss each other on the cheek. So she leaned in like this, and because she couldn't hear me, I thought she was trying to give me a kiss. And so I kissed her on the cheek, and then she was like looking at me like, why are you kissing me? Yeah, that was me sexually assaulting Rachel Ray at a music festival. Anyway, so a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of mayonnaise. We're gonna throw an egg in here, food glue, a raw egg. Oh, I have to make sure that piece of shell doesn't go in there. Oh, rats. I'm not having luck with eggs lately. Okay. That's going in. Got that little piece of shell. Good. Okay. Now, got all that in there. I'm going to give that a little mix up with my fork and see how the consistency is. Okay, since I threw the breading in with the fish sticks, it is kind of binding already pretty well. It's not too loose with all these wet ingredients. Actually, that looks kind of good. Okay, now we are going to do a little bit of lemon juice. Sorry, my nose is running from chopping these onions up. A little bit of lime juice for freshness. And then we're going to add our spices. I'm going to use a little bit of salt. I'm going to use some fresh ground pepper. Yesterday I made a Spanish tortilla with eggs and the potatoes, and I used so much hot pepper it was like I used a little bit too much, but anyways, be more careful with that. Incidentally, sorry about the wet hair. I just got out of the shower and I could shave my legs for the first time since my surgery, and I cut myself a little bit, but that's why my hair's wet. Okay, I don't want to put too much of this in there because my wife doesn't like spicy, but you have to have a little bit of kick. So we'll put a little bit of Tabasco in there. And I've got some salad seasoning. Just sprinkle some of that. Now, as you guys know that watch my videos in the summertime, usually I just take the herbs from my garden, but there's really nothing out there because it's December right now. But, whoops, a little bit more of that. Okay, good. And some paprika for color. Okay. Did I put everything in? Yes. Okay, give that another little mix. Get those flavors all, oh my, it smells pretty good already. Get those all kind of mixed together. And I want there to be kind of chunks of meat, but I also want to be able to make patties out of them. So I'm going to kind of squish that a little bit up together. Okay, now it's kind of a consistency. It's like not going to make good patties. So I have breadcrumbs again that I made in my little food processor with the old piece of bread. I'm just going to sort of work those in. I don't know how much I'll need. We'll work those in until the consistency is right to make a fish cake. And you know what? If this works and it's good, this could really be in like a cookbook like for posh things, but actually that are really cheap because fish sticks are not expensive. Okay, now you see the consistency is getting a little bit more like solid, which is what we want. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more in here. And then after I get this ready, I get to go to physical therapy and get my leg bent in all kinds of fun positions. Actually, for those of you that are interested, my knee is coming along really, really well. My extension leads a little to be desired, but my flexion, so my bending is very good. I was on my machine this morning already. That part's going really well. Pain is not too bad. I've kind of worked my way a little bit off most of the pain stuff, so that's going really well. Okay, so now this looks good. I don't know how I do it, but I just don't really measure anything and it kind of comes out perfect. So I guess I can be happy about that. Okay, so now we've got everything blended together, or mixed together, I mean. And that looks fantastic. So can you see the consistency of that? Let me use the fork so you can see that. It's like good. It's like stuck together. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is make little patties out of it. Again, like let's say about the size of a racquetball. And then we're just gonna make those into cute little patties like this. Okay, plop them down on my little plate. And then I'm gonna make all these into patties. I guess you don't need to sit and watch all of that because it's gonna get boring. So just make this one more ball, make a little ball like a racquetball, about that much. Squish it down. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video and then I'll come back when these are done and I'm ready to fry them up, okay? Be right back. Okay, so here we are now. I've got some oil in my little frying pan. So we're just gonna drop those in there. And again, I always use a small pan when I fry because I'd rather do 2 batches than have a whole giant thing full of oil. So with the pack of 10 fish sticks, and you guys saw all the other stuff I threw in here, I was able to make 9 fish cakes out of 10 fish sticks. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 9. So just to give you an idea of how many you can get. I could probably squeeze another one in there, but since I'm gonna have to do another batch anyway, I'm gonna leave it. Okay, so I'm gonna fry these up like this. Hello. And then I'm gonna put them on here and salt them again, and then those will be ready to go. And so I'll be back when all of that is finished, okay? Okay, so I'm back. Again, sorry about the wet hair. So this is the finished product. My little fish, my little pimped out fish stick fish cakes. So I cooked them pretty, I didn't really make them golden brown. I made them really brown because I was worried I didn't want to have any raw fish in there. So fried those up. You know, I just realized a lot of the recipes I show on here are fried stuff. And we don't normally eat so much fried stuff. It just seems like it's like a special thing. So when I do make something, I always make a video. But anyway, let's see how they turn out. You know, I'm going to tell the truth because some of my cocktails turned out like, so I'm going to tell you if they're nasty or not. So let's see how this goes. We're all in this together. Okay, can you see that? Okay, so that's actually not that bad. That's pretty good. Only if I had to give myself some self-critique, I would have less breadcrumb in there. But actually the flavor is really good. The flavor of all that stuff in there is pretty good. Maybe I just didn't get one with so much fish in it. Wait a second, here's a nice piece of fish. Let's try this one. More fish in it. Yeah, it's good. Well, I mean, fish sticks have a mild taste anyway. It's not like a real fishy, a real fishy fish. Fish sticks are very mild anyway. No, the flavor's good. You really taste the onion. And you really taste, that's pretty good. Yeah, I would recommend it. I would give it a 1.5 thumb. 1.5 thumbs. If you make it probably a little bit less breadcrumb. But other than that, I think it's not bad. And I'll make a nice little sauce to go with this and maybe a little salad. That'll be dinner. Oh, that's pretty good. So try it at home. Or, you know, I was thinking when I was cooking, maybe this would be a new like niche market, eating with my mouth full, a little niche kind of thing to make, try to make kind of something a little bit more posh out of something a little bit kind of not posh, like fish sticks. Like, it's a little bit trailer trash, but I mean, yeah. If you want to make something nice out of just regular old fish sticks, it's a cute little idea. Yeah, try it at home, or if you have, you know, if you have any other ideas of things that you make at home that are, you know, you make it out of something that's, you know, maybe canned or not really super fresh, and you turn it into something like that you would serve at a restaurant, let me know. Send me an instant message or a private message, and I'll see if I can try to make it. Anyway, hope you try to make my pimped out fish sticks, fish cakes, and let me know how they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye.